The VIP passenger they didn't want. The boarding gate of Starjet X-99, a luxury interplanetary flight to Mars, buzzed with noise and voices. Rich passengers lined up in long coats and shining smart suits. Robots carried luggage. Security bots scanned IDs with blinking blue eyes. Amara Zain, a 16-year-old black girl, stood quietly at the edge of the line. She wore a gray hoodie, loose cargo pants, and carried only a slim smart glass tablet. Her shoes were dusty from walking through the crowded Earth terminal. She looked out of place. No jewelry, no fancy tech implants, no loud attitude, just calm eyes, watching, listening. When it was her turn, the flight assistant blinked at the scanner. Ma'am? You. This says VIP first class, row 1. The assistant looked confused, then forced a smile. She leaned to another crew member and whispered, but her mic wasn't muted. Probably a system error. No way she paid for one. Amara heard it. She said nothing. A security bot moved forward, preparing to scan her ID again. Amara calmly raised her wrist. The scan passed. Green light. Confirmed. Still, the assistant said with a fake smile, "Sorry, honey. The back seats might be more comfortable for you. Why don't we switch you to economy until we check with the captain?" Amara's voice was soft but clear. "No, my seat is in row 1. The crew didn't listen. They waved her toward the back of the ship. She turned, walked slowly, and sat near the edge of economy. 10 minutes later, a white family arrived at the gate. The mother wore golden glasses. The father spoke loudly into a wrist mic. The child had a glowing toy drone. They were escorted straight to first class. The same seat, row 1. The assistant smiled brightly this time. "Welcome, welcome. You'll love the view." In the back, Amara just watched. She didn't argue. She didn't complain. She tapped on her smart glass tablet, opened a private call window, and brought the device close to her lips. Her voice was calm, cold. "Hi, Dad. It's happening again." The screen cut to black. Then a whisper from the ship's AI filled the audio space. "Passenger identified. Amara Zain. Level 9 clearance verified. Special protocol active." Back in the cockpit, the pilot received a silent alert on his console, a red warning. "High priority witness on board. Do not disturb." He frowned, confused. What kind of joke is this? But the system wouldn't let him override the message. In first class, the white family settled in. One of the crew brought them drinks. "Such a shame," the woman said to the steward, loud enough for others to hear, "that some people just think money buys everything, not class." The steward smiled and nodded, not caring who heard. Back in economy, Amara's tablet glowed blue. She looked out the window as Earth shrank behind them. Passengers whispered. A young boy near her asked, "Hey, aren't you the girl they kicked out of VIP?" Amara turned her head, smiled politely, and said, "Only for now." In the ship's security office, alarms started to blink silently. One officer tried to deactivate the alert, but the system replied, "Command restriction. High-level override engaged." The officer checked the name again, Amara Zain. Then he went pale. He tapped the captain's comm. "Sir, we may have a problem." Back in her seat, Amara watched the VIP section from afar. She tapped the glass again. "Dad, they gave my seat away? Again." "Are you okay?" came the voice of a calm, older man. "Yes, but maybe it's time." Her father's voice didn't rise. It was quiet, steady. "You know what to do. This time, make sure it's public." Amara nodded. She reached into her hoodie pocket and took out a small cube, black, smooth, glowing faintly with a pulsing red light. She slid it into the port on her smart glass tablet. The device chimed. "CEO override detected. Do you wish to begin exposure protocol?" She whispered, "Yes." Cliffhanger ending. The scene zooms out slowly as the ship floats through the stars. Inside, crew members laugh and sip drinks. They don't know the call she made. They don't know who she is. They don't know they've just crossed the daughter of the most powerful man in space travel. But they're about to find out. Disturbance at 40,000 meters. The ship, Starjet X-99, floated calmly through space. Inside, music played softly in the VIP cabin. Passengers enjoyed glowing drinks, high-tech meals, and holographic entertainment. The crew walked around smiling, treating the white family like royalty. No one talked about the black teen in economy. No one knew who she really was. But that silence was about to break. In the cockpit, the pilot, Captain Runo, leaned back in his chair. He reviewed the flight logs, then saw a strange red notification flashing on his control panel. High-level witness on board, protocol lock, Captain Access Limited. Runo frowned. What witness? He tried to click into the profile. Access denied. He cursed under his breath. System glitch. But just then, his co-pilot spoke up. Sir, it says the witness is seated in economy. Name, Amara Zane. The name hit him like a punch. His face turned pale. Zane, as in Victor Zane? The co-pilot whispered. The head of Zane Intergalactic Travel, the CEO of the whole airline. Runo stared at the screen. A teenage girl, in economy, dressed in a hoodie. And she was the daughter of the man who owned the company. Why the hell didn't anyone tell me she was boarding? He growled. I think the system masked her file. It was stealth flagged. Security level clearance. The pilot stood up fast. Get me that girl. Now. Back in economy, Amara sat still, tablet glowing softly in her lap. Her eyes didn't move, but she heard the footsteps behind her. The steward, looking nervous, said, Miss, the captain requests a word. She didn't speak. She stood up slowly and followed him to the front. Passengers whispered, is she in trouble? Maybe she hacked something. The VIP lounge went quiet as Amara walked in. The same steward who had mocked her earlier now held open the door to the cockpit. Inside, the pilot stood with forced calm. Miss Amara, is it? Let's have a chat. She entered, hands folded in front of her. He looked her over. You caused a little stir. Seems like the system thinks you're someone important. Amara stayed quiet. I need to see your ID, the pilot said. His voice was sharp now. Amara calmly reached into her hoodie and pulled out a small circular chip. It didn't look special, but when she placed it on the console, the ship froze. Every screen turned blue. A robotic voice filled the air. Fleet Command Witness confirmed. Amara Zane, Level 9 clearance. All flight logs now monitored. The co-pilot jumped. The ship's AI continued. Captain's authority restricted. Temporary command passed to verified witness, Amara Zane. The pilot's jaw dropped. What the hell? This is my ship. Amara turned toward him slowly. It was your ship, until now. The AI beeped again. Unauthorized emotional outburst detected. Threat level, moderate. Crew review initiated. The pilot was sweating. What's going on? What did you do? Amara sat in the command chair. Nothing, yet. But I will. You embarrassed me. You gave my seat to strangers. And you judged me. She looked into his eyes. I didn't come here to fly. I came here to see how deep the rot goes in my father's company. In the hallway, crew members gathered, whispering. Is it true? She's that sane? Is she taking over the ship? Are we fired? In first class, the White family was asked to return to standard seating. They protested, but security bots stood waiting. The mother yelled, Who does she think she is? One passenger replied, She's the reason you're even on this flight. The captain tried one last time. Look, this was a mistake. Let's fix it. Let's talk to your father. Amara's face was calm, almost bored. I already did. He's watching now. A screen popped up on the main monitor. Victor Zane's face appeared, calm, proud, deadly serious. Captain Runo, you failed a loyalty and conduct test. Your review begins now. The pilot's legs gave out. He sat down hard. Cliffhanger ending. The ship's lights dim. All crew comms shut off. The AI speaks again. All internal communications are now being recorded. Welcome to protocol review mode. Amara leans back in the command chair. Let's see what else you're hiding. The secret passenger list. The lights on Starjet X-99 flickered to a dim blue. The ship's AI had taken control. Crew whispers turned into nervous silence. Everyone on board could feel it. Something was very, very wrong. Amara Zane, the 16-year-old daughter of the CEO of Zane Intergalactic Travel, now sat in the pilot's chair, her hoodie still on, her voice still calm. The pilot, Captain Runo, stood frozen behind her. His mouth was dry. Sweat clung to his forehead. The command screen glowed again. Internal audit activated. Passenger list, decrypting. A hologram of the passenger manifest floated in the air, but it wasn't the normal version. This was the real list, the one only top executives were allowed to see. Next to each name was a hidden tag: political status, criminal record, blacklist flag, bribe history. Amara's eyes moved slowly across the list. Why? Why are these here? The co-pilot asked. Amara replied quietly, because someone has been selling VIP seats to banned passengers. Some of them shouldn't even be off Earth. She zoomed in on a name, Dran Voxen, flagged as Scientist/GMETIX warfare. Another name, Carabil, ban me d from interplanetary tier AVL/ID INTIT And yet, both were listed in first class. Meanwhile, passengers like her, real VIPs, verified and cleared, had been ignored, insulted, or shoved to the back. Suddenly, a voice came from behind. It was one of the flight attendants, pale and shaking. We didn't know. We just followed orders." Amara turned to her. "Whose orders?" The attendant hesitated, then looked toward the captain. Captain Runo's face darkened. "You're all making a big mistake. This is above your clearance." Amara stood. "You're right, it was above mine. But now, I am the clearance." She tapped her smart glass tablet again. The ship's AI spoke. "Request confirmed. Initiating crew file review." One by one, crew profiles appeared in the air. Personal files, payments, secret messages, hidden calls. It wasn't just one person. It was the whole crew. Amara narrowed her eyes. "Looks like you've been accepting money from banned passengers for years." The captain shouted, "That's a lie." The AI interrupted. Audio proof uploaded. Playing now. A secret recording played. Captain Runo's voice. "She's just some rich girl. If she complains, we'll say it was a system glitch. Keep selling the VIP seats. These freaks pay more than she ever will." Gasps filled the cockpit. Down in the passenger section, other crew members got alerts on their tablets. Their personal messages were being reviewed. Some started crying. Some ran to the bathrooms. Others tried to call their lawyers, but the comms were locked. In first class, Dran Voxen, the exiled scientist, stood up. "I paid for peace and silence, not drama." Two security bots approached him. "Dran Voxen, your clearance is invalid. Prepare for detainment." He tried to run. The bots stunned him. Passengers screamed. Amara didn't even flinch. She turned to the co-pilot. "You knew, didn't you?" The co-pilot looked down. "I didn't report it. I'm sorry." "That makes you part of it," she said coldly. "You knew banned criminals were boarding. You risked lives. For what? Extra credits?" The cockpit fell silent again. Then the AI gave one final update. "Ship control has been officially passed to Executive Witness Amara Zane. Crew suspension in process. Emergency pilot from HQ will dock in 30 minutes. The captain yelled, "You can't do this. I'm still in charge." But his words were useless now. The AI replied, "You are dismissed." Cliffhanger ending. Amara stepped out of the cockpit and looked at the shocked passengers watching her from their seats. Her voice echoed through the ship's speakers. "To those who were treated poorly, I'm sorry. To those who helped this happen, Your time is up. She raised her smart glass tablet again. Let's clean this ship. When Earth watches, the Stargate X-99 continued its silent journey through space. But inside, the mood had changed completely. Every crew member was under review. Several VIP passengers were now detained by security bots. The ship's AI had full control, and a 16-year-old girl, Amara Zane, was now running everything. Not because she wanted to, but because she had to. In the control room, Amara stood with her smart glass tablet in hand. Her face was calm, but her eyes were sharp. She knew something bigger was coming. The screen blinked. Incoming transmission. Earth HQ, Victor Zane, CEO. Her father's face appeared on the large holoscreen, serious and focused. Amara, the board is watching. Earth News has picked up the story. They want answers, and they want them now. Amara nodded. They'll get them. Just then, another message popped up. LIVE feed requested. Galactic Transport Authority. With one tap, the entire situation aboard Stargate X-99 was broadcast live across space. Billions of viewers on Earth, Mars, Luna, and the outer colonies tuned in. On screens everywhere, people saw Amara standing alone in the cockpit of a billion-credit spaceship. They saw the grounded pilot, now silent and defeated. They saw the crew trying to explain their behavior, some crying, some apologizing. On Earth, news anchors shouted, "Teen CEO's daughter exposes corruption on interplanetary flight. Zane travel in crisis. Team girl brings down entire crew." Who is Amara Zane? And why did they try to humiliate her? Inside the ship, Amara took a breath. My name is Amara Zane. You don't need to know my title. Just know what happened. She told the full story. How the crew had mocked her for her skin, for her clothes, for her age. How they stole her seat. How they gave it to a white family, treating her like trash. And how she stayed quiet, until now. I didn't want to be special, she said, voice strong. I just wanted respect. But this isn't just about me. This happens to others. Every day, on every flight. The screen shifted behind her, showing hidden records from the ship's logs, passenger complaints, denied VIP upgrades, flagged security warnings that were ignored. Each one showed a pattern. People of color, lower-income travelers, and teens were mistreated and silenced. Amara turned to the camera. No more hiding. Today, this ends. In first class, the white family that took her seat sat stiff and embarrassed. The mother looked away from the cameras. The father crossed his arms. The young boy whispered, was she really the boss? A nearby steward, now pale and silent, didn't answer. In the crew room, officers were being handcuffed by security bots. One cried, we didn't know she was Zane's daughter. A bot replied with cold logic. Ignorance does not excuse behavior. Amara turned back to the flight AI. How long until emergency pilot arrives? The AI responded. Docking in 8 minutes. She nodded. Prepare to release public report. I want Earth to see everything. Every insult. Every cover-up. Every lie. The screen split into two. On one side, Amara standing strong, facing the galaxy. On the other, Captain Runo and crew being escorted off the bridge, silent and ashamed. Cliffhanger ending. Suddenly, a new alert appeared. Incoming private CCAL, unknown SOURC. The AI warned. Identity hidden, encrypted line, high threat level. Amara stared at the glowing message. Was it just another board member, or something more dangerous? Her voice was steady. Answer it. The screen turned black. A distorted voice spoke. You think it's over, little girl? You just made enemies you can't even see. Amara didn't blink. Good. Let them come. The call from the shadows. The screen stayed black. The voice that spoke wasn't human. It was twisted deep, filtered through layers of encryption. Whoever it was, they didn't want to be traced. Amara stood still. Her hand never left her smart glass tablet. The ship around her was silent, Everyone waited. You've done enough damage, Amara Zane, the voice hissed. You think you've won? You've only scratched the surface. She didn't flinch. Then show your face, she replied calmly. The voice laughed, cold and mechanical. I never show my face, I show my power. Suddenly, warning lights flashed across the control panel. Security breach detected. Unauthorized override attempt. Origin, Black Zone channel. The AI shouted. Emergency protocols active. Someone is trying to take control of the ship. Amara's eyes narrowed. Lock it down. Full manual control to me. Confirmed. She spun her tablet in midair, activating advanced commands. Only people with CEO-level access could use these codes. The unknown hacker tried to push through. Systems glitched, lights flickered. But Amara was faster. In the engine room, crew members screamed. Screens glowed with red code. One engineer yelled, "It's coming from inside the network. It's not just hacking, it's inside the AI." Back in the cockpit, the voice returned. You exposed some corrupt crew. Fine, but those people were just pawns. The ones who put them there, we don't like being seen. Amara replied, then maybe you shouldn't have sold VIP access to criminals, or silenced voices like mine. You're just a girl, the voice snapped. You don't know how deep this goes. Amara tapped her tablet again. A second screen popped up. Tracing hidden signal. It showed a flashing dot, moving, then stopping. Source, Mars orbit. Location encrypted. Likely deep syndicate contact. Her father's voice suddenly came through the line. Amara, that voice. It's from the Shadow Syndicate. They're watching every major flight. You hit a nerve. She nodded. Good. Just then, another figure entered the cockpit. It was the emergency pilot, Commander Ria Lin, a tall woman with gray eyes and a calm face. Miss Zane, she said with a bow, your father sent me. I'm here to take the controls. Amara shook her head. No, not yet. She pointed to the flashing alert on the screen. I'm not just reporting corruption anymore. I'm exposing a syndicate. Commander Lin stepped back. The ship's AI warned again. Secondary hack incoming. Firewall breach in 40 seconds. Amara whispered, not today. She opened a secret file. Her personal firewall, a gift from her mother, a cyber defense expert, something no one else had. She activated it. A glowing shield formed around the system. The black code vanished. The voice screamed, you'll regret this. We control the skies. Amara said coldly, then I'll clean the skies. The signal cut. Silence returned. Passengers clapped in first class. The live broadcast showed Amara, standing tall, barely 16, holding back a galactic crime network, alone. Commander Lin smiled. You just made enemies across 3 planets. Amara replied. They messed with the wrong girl. Cliffhanger ending. The AI gave one last message. Private message received from Zane Corp board. High priority. Amara opened it. Only 4 words showed up. Return to Earth. Now. Her eyes narrowed. Something bigger was waiting. Return to Earth. The ship turned toward Earth. After everything Amara had exposed, from crew humiliation to a powerful shadow syndicate, the final message was clear. Return to Earth. Now. But why? Was it the board? Was it the enemy? Or something worse? Amara stood by the cockpit window. Below, Earth shimmered blue and green, beautiful and dangerous. She took a slow breath. Commander Lin stepped beside her. You sure you want to go back? She asked. Amara nodded. If I run now, they win. They tried to silence you. Then I'll make them listen louder. In first class, passengers watched the news feeds on their personal screens. Reporters were everywhere now. Amara Zane, teen who took down the sky. Zane Airlines facing global inquiry after daughter exposes hidden network. Mystery voice threatens young Harris. Is a war in the skies coming? The world wasn't just watching her. The world was waiting. Inside the ship's briefing room, Amara called her father again. His face appeared on the screen. This time, not as her dad, but as the CEO of Zane Galactic Travel. Amara, it's time we talk. Face to face. She leaned forward. Who were they, Dad? A group we once used to help expand Zane routes years ago. They ran dark deals in quiet corners, bribed low-level crew. We cut ties, but they didn't forget. And now I've exposed them. You did more than that, he said. You lit a match. The screen flickered. A new face appeared. It was Elaine Voss, chairwoman of the Earth Transport Authority. Stern. Powerful. Miss Lane, the Earth Council has summoned you. You will testify tomorrow. Testify? Amara asked. About what? Everything, Voss replied. We want your recordings. We want your firewall code. And we want your story, live. Back in the cockpit, the AI reported. Entering Earth orbit, Zane Headquarters Tower, cleared for landing. Media presence, heavy. Security, active. Threat level, moderate. Amara smiled slightly. Perfect. As the ship descended through clouds, she saw crowds waiting below. Thousands of people holding signs. I am Amara. Respect in every seat. Let her speak. The ship touched down. Cameras flashed. Security bots formed a path. But something felt wrong. Too quiet, too clean. Commander Lin whispered, something's off. Suddenly, the AI spoke again. New alert, unidentified vessel approaching Zane Tower airspace. Broadcasting single message. A dark ship appeared on radar. It wasn't military. It wasn't official, but it sent one line. Bring the girl, or we bring fire. Amara stared at the screen. They're here. She walked toward the ship doors as they opened. Sunlight hit her face. Reporters screamed questions. Cameras zoomed in. Security bots tried to stop her. But she raised her hand. Let them see me. Cliffhanger ending. She stepped onto the landing platform. Above, the dark ship hovered, silent, massive, threatening. The crowd gasped. From inside the ship, a door opened, and a voice echoed through the sky. Amara Zane, come with us. The final decision. The skiship hovered like a shadow above Earth's tallest tower. All cameras pointed upward. The voice repeated from the ship. Amara Zane, come with us, or face the storm. Security bots raised weapons. Reporters screamed. Crowds panicked. But Amara stood still, eyes locked on the dark ship. Commander Lin whispered, say the word, we'll shoot them down. Amara shook her head. No, that's what they want. She walked forward, past her guards, into the open. A single figure descended from the dark ship, tall, cloaked, face hidden behind a silver mask. He carried no weapons, but the air changed around him. He spoke only once. You've exposed us. Now come with us, and we'll make sure your voice disappears forever. Amara smiled. You made one mistake. Oh, you came to Earth. Suddenly, every screen in the city lit up. A live broadcast began. Amara had activated her smart glass tablet moments earlier. The entire world was watching. The masked figure stepped back. Too late. Everyone heard you threaten me, she said loudly. Now the world sees who you are. The man growled. You think exposure protects you? No, Amara said, but truth does. At that moment, 10 security ships rose from the city below, official Earth defense craft. They had been waiting. Target locked, one pilot said. Syndicate ship confirmed. Orders, Miss Zane. Amara looked up at the sky. She remembered the humiliation, the silence, the crew who laughed, the ones who looked the other way, and the ones who helped. Then she said clearly, let them run. But Earth is close to them now. The ships surrounded the enemy craft. The masked man turned and vanished into his ship. It fled skyward, chased by Earth defense. The crowd roared. 1 week later, Amara sat before the Earth Council. She told her story, every part. The injustice, the fake smiles, the secret network, the voice that threatened her life. When she finished, the council chambers were silent. Then Chairwoman Voss stood. "We thank you, Miss Zane. Your actions spark change in every sector. We are now placing new laws for all interplanetary travel, ensuring safety, respect, and transparency." And she added with a smile, "We would like to offer you a position." Amara blinked. "What position?" "Commander of the Passenger Rights Division." At 16. "Why not?" Voss said. "You already did the job better than most adults ever could." Final scene. In her new office, floating high above Earth, Amara looked out the window. A new ship was launching, the Zane 1. On its side were 3 words: "Every seat counts." Commander Lin entered, handing her a report. "More complaints from Sector 9. Should we launch an audit?" Amara smiled. "Let's fly." She tapped her smart glass. The ship powered up, and Amara Zane, once mocked, once silenced, now protected the stars.